This video is all about preventing Philhealth denied claims due to claims filed beyond 60 days or 120 days and the complexities associated with it. If you or your hospital staff understand these key concepts, your hospital will potentially reduce your claims denied. Hello, my name is Coach Doc Ben. I was a former Philhealth claims chief. In my almost 15 years in Philhealth, I have seen hospitals lose millions. I have seen hospitals end up in Philhealth legal, all due to simple and preventable mistakes. I am the founder of UHC Clinical Claims Consultancy. We teach hospitals how to decrease claims return, decrease their claims denied, and increase their claims income. If you stay till the end, you will discover tips and tricks on how to prevent Philhealth denied claims due to claims filed beyond 60 days or 120 days. You will also have a glimpse on the complexity of extending the filing period to 120 days. Now, in my almost 15 years in claims processing, I have seen hospital owners cry due to claims denied worth of millions, all of which are due to simple errors in documentation. Some hospitals even got their Philhealth accreditation suspended. Again, the good news is these can all be prevented. Now, if you think this topic is useful for you or for your hospital, please click the like button below. And let us proceed. So during my time as Philhealth Claims Chief, part of my task was to monitor claims utilization and to monitor claims return and claims denied. For utilization of benefits, believe it or not, top claims paid are usually the same every year. So you have community-acquired pneumonia, moderate risk, usually tops the list for medical cases during fee-for-service and all case rate. So you have also hemodialysis tops the procedure cases. So I have a more detailed discussion on this on my webinar, Fundamentals on How to Increase Claims Income. Now, as for monitoring denied claims, one of the most common reason is denied due to claims filed beyond 60 days. Now, let us discuss the 60 days filing period. So it's like this. Revised Philhealth implementing rules and regulation states that all claims for reimbursement for payment for services rendered shall be filed within 60 days or 60 calendar days from the date of discharge of the patient. The period to file the claim may be extended for such reasonable causes as may be determined by the corporation. So this means that from the date of patient discharge, the hospital is given 2 months to prepare and file the claim. So beyond 2 months, the claim is denied. Okay? Now, the rule is from the date of patient discharge. The hospital has 60 days to prepare and file the claim to Philhealth. So upon the receipt of the claim, Philhealth has another 60 days to process the claim. So provided that the claims will not be returned, that is a total of 120 days or 4 months. So the hospital will be paid after 4 months. Okay, for example, your hospital has a claim community-acquired pneumonia moderate risk, that is 15,000, and you will be paid 15,000 after 4 months. Okay, quite simple. Now, Philhealth released Circular 7 of 2020, wherein the guidelines on the provision of special privileges to those affected by fortuitous event, okay, revision number 1. So the circular is intended to assist hospitals during the pandemic. Special privileges states that submission of claims can be 120 days from the date of discharge. This means that the hospital can submit their claims 4 months from the date of discharge. So let me reiterate that. After patient discharge, the hospital can now file the claim in 4 months. Then upon receipt, Philhealth will process the claim in 2 months. That is a total of 6 months. So going back to my example, so provided the claim is good, community-acquired pneumonia, moderate risk with 15,000 will be paid in 6 months or half a year. So my question to you is this: is the 120 days good news or it's bad news? Now, before we answer the question, permit me to present to you a slide from a presentation about the top 10 reasons on denied claims from September 2011 to March 2012. Again, it's 2011 to 2012. So this was the fee for service time transitioning to all case rate. Now, reason number 1 is claims denied due to filed beyond 60 days. Now, please compare it on the top reason of denied claims on 2019. Now, very specific is number 4. The reason is claims denied due to file beyond 60 days. So, what does this mean? The slides will show that for 8 to 9 years, hospitals have been repeating the same mistake. Again, you have been repeating the same mistake. Do you see how ridiculous this is? So repeating the same mistake for almost a decade. Now, hospitals have been losing money for 9 years. So this value is by the millions, if I'm not mistaken. Now, at present, Philhealth extended the 60 days filing period to 120 days. Again, believe it or not, with the 120 days filing period, I personally know some hospitals still could not send the claim to Philhealth on time. Even with the 120 days, the hospital had denied claims due to claims beyond 120 days. If you think 120 days is good for the hospital, please analyze it again. If you file your claim 120 days from patient discharge, your payment will extend to 6 months if ever the claim has no deficiency. So payment after 6 months is bad for the business. It's not wise to file the claim on the 119th day. Do not implement this. Okay? So, the earlier your hospital files the claim, the better. Now, the question is, what is causing the delay in filing claims? For almost a decade, the hospital cannot seem to fix this. What's wrong? So here's the thing. Claims preparation involves the collection of information from the patient, from the doctors, the nurses, the pharmacy, laboratory, imaging, medical records, and billing people. Any delay in collection of information from one of the offices can lead to claims backlog. So delay in filing claims is due to inefficiency in gathering information. So this can be due to inaccurate documentation of the doctors in the clinical chart. These can be incomplete history and physical exam, absence of diagnosis, lack of signature, or inaccuracies in the operative technique. So delay can also be due to inaccurate charting or inaccurate charges of the nurses. It can be overcharging or it can also be undercharging. So this can also be due to inaccurate ICD-10 coding. So delay can also be due to inconsistent entries in billing, the statement of account. So delay can be due to any of the personalities or any of the offices mentioned. In fact, delay can be due to all of them. So in my experience, many hospitals do not prioritize the cause of these delay. Hospitals have learned to adapt that sending claims on the 59th day is the way to go. For them, this is the norm. Now that is actually unacceptable. So, to prevent this from happening, here are some tips and tricks. So let us proceed. First, establish a hospital claims layout. So, this is laying the process in detail. The layout includes a high-level plan that will guide doctors, nurses, billing, and other hospital staff. The layout will define targets. The layout will define who will do this and who will do that. The layout will promote collaboration. So, the next trick here is institutionalized Philhealth education to the entire hospital. So one of the biggest problems in hospital Philhealth claims processing is the lack of awareness among doctors, nurses, and other hospital staff. It is important that everybody must see the bigger picture in documentation, in ICD-10, payments, and understanding how claims flow. So in general, everything is important for claims denial to cash flow for the organization's financial viability. So increased awareness on importance on Philhealth will prevent delays in claims preparation. So next is automate hospital billing and claims. So it's no-brainer. Automated medical billing process is basically a process when the charge entry, claim preparation or adjudication, and claims payment are all performed automatically through timers and natural language processing every day, every week, or every month, depending on how often the hospital submits the claim. It can streamline claims business for simplicity, achieve digital transformation, increase service quality, improve service delivery, or contain costs. Hospitals who fail to automate are always at a loss. So, the last tip is formulate individual work instructions. Now, a work instruction is basically a tool to help an employee do a job correctly. This implies that the purpose of the work instruction is to guarantee quality work outcome from the employee. So the work instruction will clearly and precisely describe the correct way to perform certain tasks that may cause inconvenience or damage if not done in an established manner. So, doctors, nurses, and other hospitals will be guided on what is the desired output that is required from them. So, in summary, denied claims due to beyond 60 days or 120 days can be prevented if the hospital has clear processing layout with targets. Now, you need to train and educate your staff. Now, do not assume that they know Philhealth concepts. Okay. Here's the thing. Did you know that due to the complex rules, many Philhealth employees fail to comprehend rules in claims processing? Well, that is not so much of a big problem because Philhealth employees are not dependent on Philhealth claims reimbursement. So, expect a sad situation in the hospital setting. I bet many are ignorant on these rules. Plus, hospitals are dependent on claims reimbursement. So the best thing is hire experts to train your staff or to train the entire hospital. Next, invest in automation because automation will really simplify everything. Lastly, define your staff work instructions. Now, if they cannot follow their work instructions, they are not for claims processing. So, I hope you were able to get that. Now, if you like this video, tell me what you like about it. If you have specific Philhealth claims topic that you want me to discuss, just post it in the comment section below. And if you want to learn more on Philhealth concepts or Philhealth rules, please subscribe in this channel. This is Coach Doc Ben. See you in the next session.